is a nurse living in the UK who basically takes care of people in the last weeks of their lives, right? And she decided to start surveying them, you know, right before they pass and ask them, what do you regret most in your life? And what do you wish you can redo? And the answers were very, very interesting, and I think it's something that we can all learn from. So that's why I'm bringing this story to you right now. So the number one thing that people would say is that they wish that they had the courage to live life true to themselves rather than what others expected of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay?
I love that. That's so true.
They also said that they wish that they hadn't worked so hard.
Wrong again.
I knew you were going to go there.
Who's taking the survey, Bob?
The majority of men a woman, but she said that the majority of men had that answer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, look, putting the kidding aside, I'm not surprised by that answer because if you're on your deathbed and you were an accountant your whole life and you worked your ass off and you realize at the end, like, wait, why did I do that? Right? Like, wasn't there supposed to be an end point where I got rewarded for that? And we lose sight of the fact that it was towards an end goal, and some of us get to that goal, some of us don't, and then you get lost in the process. Now, the reason that I happen to disagree with it for myself is that I'm very, very lucky, and I do a job that I love. And so, to me, being able to succeed in that job, being able to do it forcefully, winning, etc., and doing it and actually learning and then sharing it with people is great. So I don't think that on my deathbed I'd think like, I did too many talk shows. Okay, like it's possible, but
right,
probably not. But I'm very rare, so I just want to make it clear.
But also, look, think about it on a personal level and, you know, for people in general. Like when you become obsessed with work as much as you are, right, where you're here all day long, every day, there are certain aspects of your life that you kind of miss out on. And
Sure.
I think that that's what people really think about when they're on their deathbed. And it doesn't matter if you're a factory worker, it doesn't matter if you're doing a career that you absolutely love. I think people in the end kind of feel that way. And here in the United States, you work as hard as you possibly can, blood, sweat, and tears, nonstop, every day. They want to take retirement age away from us and move it up to like 75.
69 to be fair.
Okay, but it's headed in that direction. Let's keep it real.
Right.
So that kind of stuff is really troubling to me.
No, I understand. And look, so it's time for Cenk's life lessons. Oh boy. Okay, so I think that there's two kinds of happiness that you should try to go for. One is bliss and the other is buzz. Okay, bliss and buzz. So bliss is when you are sitting on, for me at least, sitting at home on a couch, watching football, eating my nutty bars. Mm-hmm. Okay, relaxing, or going to a movie, going on vacation, etc. And then buzz is however you get your buzz. And it might be playing fantasy football, it might be playing basketball on the weekends, it might be doing your job, and then you get a certain buzz out of that. It might be gambling, etc. And you need the right balance of those two things. Mm-hmm. So if all you ever go out for is buzz, you're going to get burned out, right? You need some time to relax, etc. And these are all in the nirvana that we actually get to pull that off while, you know, actually putting enough food on the table for our family, etc., etc. But, you know, but the reason we tell you all this is don't lose sight of what you're supposed to be working towards, right? Because a lot of people think, well, you know, I'll get to that later, but in the meanwhile, I have to do X, Y, and Z. And some of that is very justified.
That happens every single day.
No, absolutely. But don't forget that your life is lived in the meanwhile. Mm-hmm. You know, like you keep saying, in the meanwhile, but there's no magic point where you reach 71 or 61 or whatever it is, and then like, ta-da, I'm done, and now life is awesome. Okay? No, 61, 71 has its own downsides. And when you get there, you might not have the things that you wanted. And life between 1 and 71 is a lot more important than life between 71 and however long you happen to live. So the heart of your life is what you do every day. And so you have to make sure that you can enjoy that, whether it's you having a job that you actually enjoy and doing the things that you want, which is the first thing that they said. And the other is having enough time to relax with your family, friends, etc.
Yeah.
Life lessons brought to you by the Young Turks.
Here's the thing that I thought about immediately after reading this article, and it was published in The Guardian, by the way. I thought, I need to let myself eat more ice cream. And like cake.
How did I know that was going to be your conclusion?
No, like seriously, I think that we always forget that we're going to die.
Here's who doesn't often forget that, me. Like if I see, even to the point, watch, everybody get your whatever meter up, okay? Like if I see some pretty flowers, right? I'll be like, I got to soak that in. I could be dead tomorrow. Okay, like, so you might think I'm unbearable, and that seems to be the reaction you had. Okay.
That's crazy. I think that's a crazy way to look at life, but okay.
And then my dad always gets on me for eating too much or eating bad stuff, right? Then you have to make sure that you lose the weight. It is a health risk. Yeah, but I don't want to get to the age of like 78 and be like, oh, I ate broccoli for 78 straight years and I made it. I made it to what? Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, within balance, within the right bounds,
right.
Of course you should eat the things that you love because that's a huge part of life.
All right, a few other things that were mentioned. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I feel like you and I don't really have much of a problem with that. I wish I stayed in touch with my friends. And also, I wish I let myself be happier. Mm-hmm. That's sad.
No, but I think that's that I have a problem with that all the time, and I feel like I have to earn it to some degree. I think maybe a lot of people feel this way.
You seem like a relatively happy person.
No, I am. Look, yeah. I'm in my personal life extraordinarily happy. Thank God. Okay, but sometimes I get stressed, etc. Especially more in my life before. I think like I don't get to be happy here. I haven't checked off X, Y, and Z. Right? And then I realized it's okay to be irrationally unhappy. I'm sorry, irrationally happy. Mm-hmm. Like if you're irrationally happy, that's a terrific thing.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Because by the way, people are bitter and they do try to talk you out of it. They're like, oh, I guess you're going to go and do that. Huh, when you haven't even done this. Mm-hmm. And my answer to that is, apparently so.